Today we are diving into the all-black capsule wardrobe. But don't worry, this isn't just about tossing on a black t-shirt and jeans. There is so much more to it. I want to show you all the possibilities when it comes to styling for different seasons and looks. Let's get into it. When creating your all-black capsule wardrobe, I think it is essential to pick the comfortable t-shirt. We have to pick the right material here. I would recommend you to choose cotton with a small amount of elastane, which gives it that comfortable stretchability. It shouldn't be see-through, and on the other hand, the fabric shouldn't be too dense because it wouldn't be comfortable for the hot season. And of course, there are different types of cottons, starting with an organic one, going to Pima, Supima, mercerized ones. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would be interested to hear more about different types of cottons. When creating your capsule wardrobe, I think it is also essential to pick the different kind of tops. I would recommend you to have a silk camisole, because silk, it feels great on your skin, it's also breathable, and the shine itself creates that visual interest. Another option from my point of view would be a knitted tank top, which again looks very different than the just normal t-shirt and a silk top, and helps us create that diversity in our wardrobe. For a transitional season, I would recommend you the tops which have long sleeves. I picked a shirt which has a timeless and elegant black and white aesthetic. On the other hand, the blouse has an accentuated waistline, also see-through puff sleeves. And even though we are staying on the same color palette, I think it gives enough visual interest here. For a transitional season, I would also recommend you to get a turtleneck, which is sleeveless, and also a vest. You can choose just a normal turtleneck or a bodysuit. A bodysuit always creates that sleek, tucked-in look, but on the other side, just a normal turtleneck would probably be a little bit more comfortable. A vest would help you to create that layer of warmth. And I really like this one because it has a V-neck and also an accentuated waistline. When going to the colder season, I think we need a sweater turtleneck. And again, I chose the one which has a very interesting pattern and also puffed sleeves. Another option was with black and white patterns, which always looks very timeless and elegant. If you want to create visual interest, always consider the details in your clothes. That can be either the puffed sleeves or also a little bit more interesting color in it, and also an accentuated waistline. For a colder season, we also need to create that layer of warmth. We need a cardigan and also a blazer. For a cardigan, I went again for a repeating black and white aesthetic because I find it very timeless and elegant. And for a blazer, I have chose this matte one with a shiny color elements in it. And I also like it because it has again V-neck and accentuated waistline. Looks very timeless. If you want to create visual interest, always think about patterns, silhouette, and also different materials in one ensemble. Let's go back to the warm season and choose the right trousers. I think it's very easy here. I would recommend you to choose a silk trousers with a high waist and straight leg or wide leg. It's totally up to you. I think silk here is, again, the best choice because it's breathable, it's comfortable, and it's great for the season. We also need some pants for a transitional season. And again, it's very easy. I would recommend you to choose a fabric, which is a cotton with a little bit of elastane, because again, it's stretchable and it's very comfortable. For a silhouette, I would recommend a high waist, straight leg, wide leg, or flared ones. For a transitional season, I would also recommend you to get the black jeans and also a leather pants. With the black jeans, you can create those versatile, casual or smart casual looks, and the material itself, cotton, it's dense enough, it's great for the transitional season. Another option would be black leather pants, which can help us create those chic looks. When choosing the right trousers for a colder season, I think there are two options. For the inside, I would recommend you corduroy, and for the outside, I would recommend you wool because it's much more warmer than corduroy. For the silhouette, go for a timeless one, high waist, wide leg or straight leg, and don't go for the shortened ones because it might be very difficult to pick up the right shoes, especially in the colder season. I think you need just 2 different skirts for your capsule wardrobe. So what would be for a warmer season? I went for this peplum cotton skirt, but you can also choose a silk one. On the other hand, for a colder season, I went for this wool pencil skirt, which has a very small, delicate pattern in it, which helps us again to create the visual interest. For summer dresses for your all-black capsule wardrobe, I would recommend you these options. I went for a shirt dress which has the long sleeves and also the white buttons which create this nice black and white aesthetic. And another option was a sleeveless one in cotton or silk. And I would also recommend you to choose maybe different lengths of the dresses to have more diversity in your wardrobe. For a colder season, I would definitely recommend you to have a knitted dress. It's an absolute essential of your capsule wardrobe. For a transitional season, I would recommend you a knitted cotton, and for the colder ones, I would recommend you wool, merino wool, cashmere, and so on. But always consider that wool, and if you are especially staying inside, probably would be too warm. And knitted dress, I must say, look always very beautiful with knee boots. For a transitional season, you also need a jacket. And here I see 2 different possibilities. The first one is a leather jacket and another one is a leather coat. As for a leather jacket, I have chosen 2 different silhouettes. The first one has a straight cut and another one has a more defined waistline. As for a short coat, I find them very practical because you can go with it, for a walk, and you can also drive a car. I think it's time to choose the right coat for our all-black capsule wardrobe. But we have some things to consider. The first one is of course the fabric. When choosing a coat, I would always recommend you to go for a quality wool. And the quality wool is always very soft. The second thing to consider is of course the lining. If you have a coat without a lining, it is more for a transitional season, and the ones with a lining is of course for the winter season. The third thing would be the silhouette. If you're just starting with the coats, I would recommend you to go with the most elegant and timeless ones. In the example, I went for a double-breasted, accentuated waistline coat with a V-neck. Ladies, please let me know in the comment section down below if you would be interested to learn more about the quality coats. Or another possibility would be to show you some different outfits with different coats. Please let me know. Let's pick up the summer shoes for our all-black capsule wardrobe. It's actually very simple. You need something for everyday and also more occasional ones. For everyday, I would suggest you flat sandals, and for an occasion, that would be also sandals or mules with a heel. And if you want to stay elegant and timeless, I would recommend pointed toes and again a slim heel. When choosing the winter shoes, I also want to keep the things very simple. And here I see 2 different options. The first one is ankle and another one is knee boots. As you can see, I always go for the ones which doesn't have any pattern or detailing on them, because I find them the most timeless and the easiest ones to create different outfit possibilities. This is the most exciting part, the bags. Ladies, I don't think you need that much bags. Of course, when choosing a bag, we are always considering the season. And I think it's more about the color, because we are choosing the lighter ones, for a warmer season and the darker ones for winter. But in this case, we have to stay within the color black. And I still want to keep the things fun and interesting. I would suggest you to pick the bags which are quite different. For example, the one should be plain, another have a pattern. They can also be in different sizes. And don't forget to be practical as well. You have to consider what kind of bag do you need for your work. Do you carry a lot of things with you? And also, what kind of bag do you need for a city? And so on. Would you also be interested to see a video about middle range price bags which offer the best quality? And there's also, of course, another option. You can find in the description down below a link for my newsletter, and you will get a brands list which offer the best quality for the price. Yes, we also have to choose the leather belts for our capsule wardrobe. Of course, again, we need the versatility here. I went for 2 different belts. The first one has a patterned leather with a golden buckle, and another one is the contrary. It has the suede leather and a silver buckle. There are more accessories to consider for your all-black capsule wardrobe. We need some leather gloves and also the sunglasses. As talking about the leather gloves, I think it's important to think about the fit and also the length of the glove. You know, when you do your hand like this and the sleeve of your coat becomes slightly shorter, you want to have a leather glove which is long enough and also has a fitted silhouette to it. Another important thing to consider is the lining of the glove. The ones with a silk lining inside are considered for a transitional season, and another ones which have, for example, cashmere lining are more for the winter season. You need the sunglasses throughout the whole year, and I think the most timeless look is the cat-eye shaped ones. The last but not the least are the hats. I would recommend you a black fedora and also a black beret to create those endless possibilities for your garderobe. I want to show you 3 examples of your all-black capsule wardrobe. The first one is for the warm season. And for the warm season, always choose such materials like cotton and silk because they're breathable and they are very comfortable. For a transitional season, you can introduce the turtlenecks and also add some layers of warmth with cardigans, blazers, and so on. For the cold season, I think for an inside, corduroy is absolutely a great choice, and for an outside, wool gives you that warmth. And if you want to create that visual interest, don't forget to play with different silhouettes and also the patterns. And of course, there are even more ways to create that visual interest within the color black. For example, different jewelry, more bright lipstick, some hair accessories, and so on. Don't forget to subscribe and take care!